right, hello everyone. This is Dr. Chelle with the Dr. Test Prep YouTube channel. We got some videos done without Orion, but she is back. So I apologize ahead of time. If she's good, we'll let her stay. All right, right now we are doing Khan Academy, Unit 4, Lesson 4, Operations with Rational Expressions. These questions that I've come up with for you are similar to Khan Academy's basic questions. If you haven't watched the 4 Pillars video, watch that. And if you haven't watched a video about how my stuff works with Khan, watch that. All right, the great news is all of these questions have X in them. And because all of them have X in them, it's super easy to type into the Desmos calculator. I don't think I said it in this video, but remember, if you click the link in the description, make sure you click choose assessment and Digital PSAT. If you have my book, we are on page 64. If you don't, grab your paper and pencil. Here we go. Guess the fun part of this is I highly doubt this is going to be free response questions because the answers are so complex, number one. And number two, I forgot the point, but I'll remember later. Oh, you don't have to worry about what the graphs look like. We just want, is it the same graph? Are there infinite many solutions? All right, typing in the first one, I am going to use the f of x feature. I like to hit the divide symbol first instead of putting parentheses and all that fun stuff. -6. It's very difficult to type with a cat. All right, like I said, who cares what the graph looks like? That is our main function. So let's go type in our next one. I'm going to do a of x equals. I like to put the division sign in first. X shift 6 gives me the squared. Use the arrow key to get out of the exponent plus x minus, nope, I'm looking at letter B, plus 2x minus 3 divided by 2. Are those graphs the same? No. They do have 2 solutions, but they're not the same. We want an infinite many of solutions. So I'm going to change a of x to b of x. And now I've got x squared plus x minus 3 divided by 4x. Are those graphs the same? No, they're similar, but they're not the same. Letter C, x squared plus 2x minus 3 divided by 2x. And the graphs are the same. And I have a cat on my tablet. So I can't, I have a cat on my tablet and on my pen. Thank you. Letters, this is going great. Letter C. And in my wisdom, I made letter D smaller for some bizarre reason. All right, let's look at the next one. And guess what? Desmos, when you set College Board, even knows how to do that. See, this cat is tricky. I give her treats when she sits on the chair off my desk, and that's where she went. So she's going to get her treats. All right, let's put in our fraction. See, this is how you know I'm not a professional company and I'm just a teacher, because professional companies wouldn't talk to you about cats getting on their screen. I really honestly just want you to be the best that you can be. And that's why I take the time to do this. And if you buy my book or not, or if you buy me a coffee or not, whenever I get that figured out, if you do better on your test, I'm happy for you. And I mean, that's sincerely. All right, we typed in the first graph, or our first one. Just as a side note, the reason why it says x doesn't equal -1 is because if it did, it would have a 0 in the denominator, which would be undefined for our purposes. All right, let's put in choice A. So again, we don't care what the graph looks like. And I did not do the functions, and you don't have to. I just sometimes like to do the functions. We've got 3x plus 4 in the numerator, and we've got 2 times x plus 1 in the denominator, and the graph is the same. I can stop right there. Okay, just to show you letter B, come here. Just to show you letter B, I can take out this and have 7x on the top, and that would be a good example of they're not the same graph. Okay. All right, let's look at number 3. Now again, Khan is going to tell you to factor and everything first. I'm going to tell you to type it into Desmos. So I'm going to do my division symbol first. That's the key. Whenever we do expressions, it's so much easier just to hit the division symbol first. 3x squared minus 9. 2x squared minus 6. And we get a straight line. Okay. So right away, because we have a straight line, we can eliminate A and C, and we can just type in y equals 3/2. You do have to have a y equals or an x equals. In this case, because the straight line goes this way, it's going to be y equals. If we had y equals 3, we can tell that the black graph and the blue graph are not the same. So we know that it's the first one, 3/2. Okay, just because I feel like being a teacher right now, let me show you how you would really do this. Here, what I have is I can factor out a 3, and 3x squared divided by 3 is just x squared. 9 divided by 3 is 3, and the minus sign stays. Here, 2 and 6 have 2 in common. 2x squared divided by 2 is x squared. 6 divided by 2 is 3, and the minus sign saves. And now, because I have x squared minus 3 in the numerator and the denominator, it doesn't matter that you can't do difference of two squares or factor it. They're being multiplied. 3 is being multiplied by x squared minus 3. 2 is being multiplied by x squared minus 3. We can cancel. And that's how we get the 3/2, the longhand way. All right. This was, what was this? Unit 4, Lesson 4, Operations with Rational Expressions. We've been doing page 64 in my book. In our next video, we are going to do some more complicated problems on page 65. All right. I'll see you in the next video, friends. Bye-bye.